Mountaintop and all of Schuylkill County. Penn State Hazleton softball. Call Coach Bill Beard, 788-6750. Stroman Bakeries. Del Bar Sheet Metal. General Vending. Tri-County Business Machines. And Hannah's Ugly Mug Restaurant. Check out our website, www.uglymug.com. Casual family dining, 7 days a week. Welcome to WYLN's continuing coverage of high school boys baseball. I'm Marty Burns, and I'm joined tonight by Tim Thompson. And Tim, we got a matchup between the Hazleton Area Cougars and the Berwick Bulldogs, Wyoming Valley Conference Division I matchup. And the Hazleton Area Cougars on the verge with a victory today of capturing the Division I Wyoming Valley Conference Championship. How have they done it this season?
Well, this season what they've done is whatever failed in a game, another way picked it up. If their offense wasn't too good one day, the defense and the pitching would pick it up. They're a well-balanced team, and that's why they're contending now for the championship.
Okay, when we talk about the home team today, the Berwick Bulldogs, up and down season for the Bulldogs, but Hazleton Area can't look past Berwick today.
Well, Berwick's got the type of team that can beat anybody in the league on any given day. They can strike hard with a quick offensive hitting attack that have ruined a few pitchers so far this season.
Okay, well, we're getting ready for Wyoming Valley Conference Division I matchup between the Hazleton Area Cougars and the Berwick Bulldogs coming up right after this.
Personalized service is alive and well at Tri-County Business Machines and has been for over 29 years. We carry everything for today's environment, featuring a full line of META, copying, and imaging products, a full staff of factory-trained technicians, deep discounts for over 25,000 items, a knowledgeable professional staff with over 169 years of combined experience. Tri-County Business Machines, a professional solution to all your business needs.
Coming soon to the Hazleton area, the newest and most comfortable MRI center in northeastern Pennsylvania. The Hazleton MRI Center is in the final stages of construction and will be open in early spring. The newest magnetic resonance imaging equipment has been delivered and is being installed. You won't have to leave Hazleton for open MRI or any MRI diagnostic imaging. We'll be here and open very soon. Hazleton MRI, an affiliate of the Greater Hazleton Health Alliance.
Now is the time to secure a home equity loan from First Federal Bank. Use the money to consolidate your bills, finance that expansion, purchase a vehicle, or take that dream trip. Great rates are available with terms up to 180 months. Stop into any First Federal Bank office and secure your home equity loan today. First Federal Bank, an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Promises, promises. All the candidates are making promises. Attorney Edward Ned McNeilis is the only candidate with the education and 16 years of legal experience. Ed McNeilis knows the law. Attorney Edward Ned McNeilis has successfully tried hundreds of cases, from simple traffic violations to complex product liability cases. Don't trust your fate to promises. Your district justice should know the law. On Tuesday, May 18th, Attorney Edward Ned McNeilis for district justice.
The talk show with Doug Farley and also our very own Tim Thompson with the sports scene, entertainment reviews from Jeremy Smith, and various topics throughout the area. So join us weekdays, 11:30 a.m. live from the WYLN studios for 35 Live with Doug Farley. We are back here at Berwick as we are getting set for this Wyoming Valley Conference Division I matchup between the Hazleton Area Cougars and the Berwick Bulldogs. Hazleton Area will be wearing their white uniforms with red trim. Berwick will be in their gray uniforms with the dark blue numbers. Here you got to look at some of the Berwick Bulldogs warming up in preparation for this afternoon's game. And Tim, for Hazleton area, as they are getting set for hopefully a victory today in a Wyoming Valley Conference Division I championship.
Oh, my, yeah. This is a big game for the Cougars today because this will take the pressure off of them going into the last game of the season. This way they can wrap everything up, get their sights set for playoffs.
And there you got to look at head coach Jeff Antolik. Final words of preparation for his Hazleton area Cougars and the lineup that Jeff Antolik's going to put out on the field today. Leading off and playing shortstop will be Jesse Day. Batting second and playing left field will be Jesse Grabelny. Batting third, the center fielder Gino Zambati. At third base, hitting cleanup will be John Forshner. Batting fifth will be the designated hitter Jude Platukis. Batting sixth, the pitcher for today's game for the Cougars, Joe O'Donnell. Hitting seventh and playing first base will be Neil Palumbo. Batting eighth and playing second base, Amari Rojas. And batting ninth, the right fielder, Kevin Ross. And they're going to face, for the Berwick Bulldogs, Charlie Reed. His battery mate will be J.D. Stanley. In the infield defensively, it'll be Jerry Waltman at first base. At second base, Rick Kuchka. The shortstop will be Eric Kyle. And at third base, Derek Forsyth. In left field, Mike Connor. In center field, Dustin Welsh. And in right field, Mike Reed for starting pitcher Charlie Reed for the Berwick Bulldogs. And Charlie this season comes in with a record of 3 wins and 3 losses, an ERA of 4.10 in 41 innings of action. He's given up 43 hits, 39 runs, 24 of them earned. He's walked 27 and struck out 50. Anything jump out at you, Tim?
Well, with the 3-3 record, that goes to show you the way we talked about before the game, about how Berwick can play so well on one day and then falter on the next outing.
For Hazleton area, offensive statistics. Jesse Day, the leadoff hitter, leading hitter on the team, hitting at .467, 15 for 45 on the season with 2 homers, 8 RBIs. So Jesse Day is the key to that Hazleton area starting lineup. Followed by Jesse Grabelny hitting .324, Gino Zambati at .302, Drew Patukas, who hits 5th, that is the designated hitter, hitting .375, tied for the lead in RBIs and has the most home runs on the team so far this season with 3. And cleanup hitter John Forshner hitting .417 with a homer and 10 RBIs, the cleanup hitter for Hazleton area. So Charlie Reed has his work cut out for him today against Hazleton area, led by first-year head coach Jeff Antolik. Berwick is coached by Bill Martz with his assistant Al Stewart. And we are just about set for action here at Berwick. We thank you for joining us here on WYLN. Both teams getting set to go out and start this Wyoming Valley Conference Division I high school baseball game. And both coaches going over the ground rules with the umpire. And we are going to be set for the first pitch between Hazleton area and Berwick coming up right after this.
Penn State Hazleton, a great place to grow, providing research opportunities, advanced technology, and a quality education with a personal touch. Get involved with student life and meet new people. Call Penn State Hazleton today at 450-3000 or 1-800-279-8495.
The Del Bar professionals with over 40 years' experience accept the challenge to create what you specifically need. Our engineering and design departments blend their talents and experience to meet the challenges which are presented by new applications from industry. Our team not only builds, they create using the latest technology, and our craftsmen know the importance of detail to maintain the quality of our work. We are proud to serve the Hazleton area and the greater Northeast.
We are back here at Berwick as we are getting set for the Wyoming Valley Conference Division I boys baseball game between Hazleton area Cougars and the Berwick Bulldogs. We thank you for joining us here on WYLN. Along with the councilman, Jim Shepard, on stats, and Tim Thompson, I'm Marty Burns. We thank you for joining us here on WYLN for this high school boys baseball matchup. Next Friday, we will be at Hazleton Area High School for some high school softball action, as it'll be a Wyoming Valley Conference matchup between Pittston area and Hazleton area. Same day tape delay telecast will start at 8 o'clock right here on WYLN. Pittston area and Hazleton area going at it next Friday in high school girls softball. And Berwick has taken the field. We'll go over the defensive alignment for you again, and you get a look at left-hander Charlie Reed. We mentioned before, record of 3-3. His battery mate J.D. Stanley. At first base, it'll be Jerry Waltman. Second base, Rick Kuchka. The shortstop is Eric Kyle, and at third base, Derek Forsyth. In left field, Mike Connor. In center field, Dustin Welsh. And in right field, Mike Reed. Behind the left-hander, Charlie Reed. Due up in the first, it'll be Jesse Day, Jesse Grabelny, and Gino Zambotti for Hazleton area. Against the left-hander, Charlie Reed for the Berwick Bulldogs. You get a look at Charlie. As he finishes up his warm-up tosses before we get started. Passing in front of us, head coach Jeff Antolik as he heads to the third base coaching box. As Hazleton area, a surprising team this season. Some people didn't think that Hazleton area would be as good as they are this season. They're on the verge with a victory today of capturing the Division I Wyoming Valley Conference Championship.
Hazleton area was picked to be 5th or 6th in the division this season, and they've certainly surprised everyone with the type of play that they've come out here with.
Charlie Reed finishes up his warm-up tosses, and we are just about underway here from Berwick. We thank you for joining us here on WYLN. High school boys baseball between the Hazleton area Cougars and the Berwick Bulldogs. And leading off, shortstop Jesse Day. As we mentioned earlier, Jesse, the leading hitter for the Cougars this season at .467. Helps sets the table for the hitters behind him.
Jesse's the type of hitter. He doesn't chase too many bad pitches. He keeps his head in. He goes with the pitch. And that's what you need in that leadoff spot. Someone that can make good contact, not chase a bad pitch, get on base for you so you can get your rally started.
Okay, Jesse Day steps in, and we are set. For baseball, Reed winds in the first pitch of the game is high for a ball, 1-0. Charlie Reed with a 3-3 record on the season. The 1-0. In there for a called strike, evens it out at 1-1.
The defense is basically playing them straight away.
Inside, Day ducks away. 2-1 now to Jesse Day.
That's how careful Day is as a hitter. He's not going to chase any bad pitches.
Reed swings at that one. Fly ball to center field. Going back is Welsh. And he will corral it for the first out of the game. That'll bring up Jesse Grabelny.
Pitch was a little bit away from Jesse Day. He went that way with it, hit it in the right center. Got the good part of the bat on the ball. Nice swing.
Left-hand hitting Jesse Grabelny, hitting .324, no home runs, 8 RBIs on the season for the Cougars. Left-hand hitting left fielder. Steps in against the left-hander, Charlie Reed. Grabelny fouls the first pitch straight back, 0-1.
Pitch was up on him. He went up and chased the pitch. You know, a lot of hitters like that ball up around the, the letters, and it's hard to stay off a pitch that's up there.
The 0-1. High again. This time Grabelny lays off 1-1. That's good strategy by Reed if he's going to swing at the first one. See if he'll swing at another one up there.
Well, I don't know if he wanted to hang the breaking ball up there, though, because the breaking ball, when you hang it up there, have a tendency to go a long way when they hit them.
Grabelny will pop it up down the left field line, but it looks like it's going to go foul. Connor doesn't have a play, so it goes to 1-2.
situation like this, when you're ahead of a left-handed hitter, you being a left-handed pitcher, I would expect Reed to go with some kind of a breaking ball away from Gabel and try to get him to chase it.
Reed comes set. The 1-2. Swung on, grounded into the first baseman, Waltman. He'll take the play unassisted. 2 outs here in the first. Brings up the number 3 place hitter, Gino Zambotti. Gino comes in hitting .302 with a homer and 10 RBIs. A 3-way tie for the team leader in RBIs with Platukas and Forshner.
Gino's a pretty consistent hitter. He keeps his head in, watches the ball all the way, and he hits with some power at times where, you know, he can drive the ball deep for you.
First pitch in there called for a strike, 0-1. Reed winds the 0-1. Is in there, called strike. Quickly 0-2 to Gino Zambotti.
Keeping the ball away from him. Doesn't want to give Gino a good pitch to swing at.
Reed's 0-2. Swung on, fouled back. Remains 0-2. Pitch looked a little high there.
It was high and it was away from him. But when you have 2 strikes on you, you got to be ready to pull the trigger because you never know what an umpire is going to ring up. So if you can reach it, the best thing to do is swing it.
The 0-2. Just a bit outside, 1-2. Basically, with that pitch, Reed looked like he wanted to just see if Gino would fish for that one.
Yeah, he wanted him to chase it. 2 strikes on him. Make him swing at a pitch you want him to swing.
The 1-2. Grounded right back up the middle of the first hit of the ball game for Gino Zambotti. Brings up cleanup hitter John Forshner.
You got to break the ball a little bit in on the plate. That's not what Charlie wanted to do, but it ended up in on the plate, and Gino took it right back up the middle.
John Forshner, the cleanup hitter, hitting .417 with a homer and 10 RBIs. Another left-hand hitter in Jeff Antolik's lineup.
Forshner's a lot like same type of hitter like Zambotti. He hit with power. He'll hit the ball in the gap, get that extra base hit for you. Hits with good swing. Keeps his head in well.
First pitch is in there for a called strike. Pitch is low, 1-1. Forshner can reach. Designated hitter Jude Platukas waits on deck. Reed's 1-1. He's taken a little high. 2-1 now to John Forshner.
You've got to come back here and get a strike on him because you definitely give Forshner the advantage here as a hitter.
2-1 is low. Stanley's throw back to first. Zambotti gets back in time. Count is now 3-1 to John Forshner. Looks like once the runner got on base, Charlie Reed's motion changed a little bit, and he's having a tough time finding the strike zone.
Well, what happens is he was throwing from the windup. Now he goes to the stretch. A lot of times when pitchers warm up, they only warm up from the windup, and they forget to throw some pitches from the stretch so that they're ready from the stretch and they have to go to the stretch.
After a strike to Forshner, 4 straight balls, Forshner walks, and designated hitter Jude Platukas will step to the plate. Jude, a .375 hitter, 3 home runs and 10 RBIs on the season. Another left-hand hitter for Jeff Antolik.
Jude's the type of hitter, he can hit the ball out of here real quick. He's a good, strong power hitter, has a big sweeping, stroke, and he gets a hold of the ball, he's going to give it a ride.
Pitch is high, 1-0. The 1-0 is low, 2-0. Now, if you're Jeff Antolik, do you have maybe Platukas Maybe take until a strike is thrown?
Well, you definitely want to look for a big inning early in the game. And this would give him a big inning right here for him to take a strike, wait for the good pitch, drive the good pitch deep. Because you got 2 outs now, so you're looking for a situation to score some runs.
Last pitch was taken for a strike, so now 2-1. Pitch from Reed. Fouled straight back at it. Count is even at 2-2. And home plate umpire has called interference on catcher J.D. Stanley, so moving to first is Platukas. Runners will move up a base. Now the bases are loaded for pitcher Joe O'Donnell. Joe now has a chance to help himself.
Well, you'll see that happen. A good catchers always try to sneak in up underneath the hitter to get that low strike. And it's an advantage for the pitcher if the catcher can do that. But sometimes as a catcher, instead of waiting on the ball, you have a tendency to reach out for it. When you reach out for it, you're right in the hitter's swing, and unfortunately, that's the rule. And they have to award first base to Platukas.
First pitch to O'Donnell is a ball, 1-0. Charlie Reed, now with the bases loaded, has gone back to the full windup. O'Donnell thought about it, but held up, 2-0.
Charlie's going to have to get the ball over the plate right now. He's got the outs. He's just got to throw strike.
The 2-0. O'Donnell swings. High chopper is corralled by Forsythe, but he doesn't have a play. Infield single for O'Donnell. Scoring is Zambati. Hazleton area leads 1-0.
Come on, you.
That's an extremely tough play for a third baseman to make. That ball come off the ground like it hit on the concrete. Took a high ball, had a lot of air time on it. So Forsythe come down with the ball. There's nowhere for him to go with it. Everybody's safe.
Now brings up the 7th place hitter, first baseman Neil Palumbo. Hazleton area in the lead, 1-0. Palumbo hitting 200 on the season with no homers and 2 RBIs. And another left-hand hitter in Jeff Antolik's lineup. Pitch is high for a ball. Forstner's at third, Platukas at second, O'Donnell at first. Hazleton area with a 2-out rally, scores a run. Bases remain loaded for Neil Palumbo. The 1-0 is in there for a strike, 1-1.
It seems to me that he does have his hitters taken until they have a strike thrown to him. It's a very wise move as a coach because you want to be sure and work on a big run.
Palumbo swings at that one a little bit out in front, now 1-2.
Change speeds on him. Good pitch, good location. It was down, heading forward.
Reed winds, the 1-2. Palumbo hits a fly ball to left field. Connor comes under it and makes the catch to retire the Cougars, but not before Hazleton area run on 2 hits and an error. Bases remain loaded. At the end of half an inning, Hazleton area 1, Berwick coming to bat.
They're the good guys who make sure you have great coffee service at work. Plus, a full line of vending machines. Everybody loves the honest, dependable, good guys from General Vending. On the job with the very best vending and coffee service 24 hours a day. Give them a call, 454-4693. 46 years of good guy service. That's General Vending.
On Main Street in Whitehaven, there's a famous family restaurant, Hannah's Ugly Mug. Families relax and enjoy delicious homemade food, soup to seafood, fresh-cut steaks, chops, weekday all-you-can-eat specials, cold draft beer, lunch and dinner 7 days a week, a bountiful salad bar, friendly service, family prices, 60 different items, catering on and off premises, daily specials, we thought of it all. Hannah's Ugly Mug, Main Street, Whitehaven.
Welcome back to Berwick. We're here for the bottom of the first inning between Hazleton area and Berwick. On the mound, Joel O'Donnell. His battery mate is Mike Hickman. At first base, Neil Palumbo. At second base, Amore Rojas. The shortstop is Jesse Day. And at third base, John Forstner. From left to center, Grabelny, Zambati, and Ross. To face the Berwick starting lineup of Charlie Reed, Dustin Welsh, and Eric Kyle, the first 3 in the Berwick order. They'll be followed by cleanup hitter J.D. Stanley, Derek Forsyth, the third baseman, will hit 5th. Jerry Waltman, the first baseman, hits 6th. Mike Reed bats 7th. Mike Connor, the left fielder, hits 8th. And Rick Kuchka, the 9th place hitter, and pitcher Charlie Reed to lead off against Joe O'Donnell. First pitch in there for a strike.
Perfect way to start a game. Get that first pitch over, get ahead of your hitter.
O'Donnell's 0-1. He's taken on the corner for a strike. Quickly 0-2 against Charlie Reed. He comes into the game hitting .367, no homers and 6 RBIs. The 0-2 is in there for a called strike. O'Donnell strikes out the leadoff hitter, and it brings up center fielder Dustin Welsh.
3 good location pitches. 1 inside, 2 outside. 1, 2, 3, and he's out.
Dustin Welsh is the batter, hitting .349 with 2 homers, 18 RBIs. First pitch in there for a strike. 4 pitches, 4 strikes for Joe O'Donnell to start this game. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Strike 2. Joe O'Donnell's teammates staked him to a 1-0 lead in the top of the first inning. So far, Joe doing a nice job of protecting it. The 0-2. Just outside. Count goes to 1-2.
Good location, good spot.
Donald winds the 1-2. Welsh will foul it straight back. Count remains 1-2.
Got a good mix of pitches.
O'Donnell's 1-2. Welsh will foul it straight back and out of play. Count remains 1-2.
Dustin's keeping his head in there and staying right with the pitch.
The 1-2. Welsh way out in front. Little number to O'Donnell. And he throws to first and not in time. An infield single for Dustin Welsh.
Dustin's got pretty good speed. That ball was chopped right back to the pitcher. Pitcher picked it up cleanly. O'Donnell throws it to first, and he beat it. He got down there pretty quick.
And I think on a little number back to the mound, Joe thought he had more time than he actually had with Dustin Welsh going down that line.
Well, Dustin Welsh has got good speed. You know, you've got to be aware of who can run, because when you see somebody can run like Dustin, you're going to have to hurry.
Shortstop Eric Kyle hitting .417 with no homers and 8 RBIs. First pitch in there for a called strike. .01 is fouled back and out of play. All of a sudden, 0-2 against Eric Kyle.
Boy, O'Donnell is pumping those strikes in there now. Great control.
O'Donnell out of the stretch, the 0-2. And the appeal to the umpire says that Kyle had it held up, so it's now 1-2 against Eric Kyle.
That's a tough pitch.
O'Donnell's 1-2. Kyle swings. Little looper into left center field. It's going to fall for a hit. Welsh gets into second in time before they could force him because he had to hold up to make sure that the ball wasn't caught. So 2 straight hits for Berwick. Has first and second with 1 out. And it brings up player familiar to Berwick football fans, J.D. Stanley, the cleanup hitter, hitting .417 with a homer and 16 RBIs.
Yeah, I think everyone's familiar with J.D. in this area now. All-state, going to Temple on a full football scholarship. Had a great football career. Now he's working on the baseball career.
First pitch is in there for a strike. With J.D., he was a tough, rugged defensive player that just doesn't seem that he'd I guess he just couldn't get away from the pads. He just doesn't seem like the type of player to be the catcher.
Well, if you're going to imagine JD anywhere on the field, where the only place there would be some good possible contact would be at home plate. So that's why I think JD's at home plate.
Their conference between Heckman and O'Donnell. Play back in action. O'Donnell's pitch to Heckman is a fly ball to right field. Coming over to make the catch is Ross. He does, tagging up is Welsh, and he's going to go to third. Retreating to first is Kyle. So now with 2 outs, the Bulldogs have first and third, and it'll bring up third baseman Derek Forsyth.
Well, that deep fly ball allowed Welsh to scoot down there to third. Now they got an opportunity to get that run back that Hazleton got in the first inning.
Forsyth with a chance to drive in the tying run, hitting .340 on the season, no homers and 11 RBIs. Donald checks Welsh. The first pitch, a little bit high, 1-0. Forsyth can keep this inning alive. Jerry Waltman waits on deck. Pitch is low, now 2-0 to Derek Forsyth.
He's got to come back now and get back into his groove, because he just thrown a lot of strikes.
2-0's in there for a called strike, 2-1. Joe O'Donnell tries to battle back here in the bottom of the first inning. His team leads Berwick 1-0. The 2-1. Tie 3-1 now to Derek Forsyth.
Joey.
3-1 is in there for a called strike, and it is 3-2. And
I think the umpire got a little confused there because he rung him up. I think he's going to get one more strike.
Derek looked back and said to him, "That's only 2." And he checked his clicker and said,
"You're right.
You're correct."
Nothing like rushing that out, is there?
Counts full with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Kyle goes to 3-2. Ground ball up the middle. Nice play by Rojas, and he gets the fielder's choice at second to end the inning. No runs, 2 hits, 2 men left on for Berwick at the end of 1. Hazleton area leads 1-0.
Are you confused by all the reports on vitamins and nutritional supplements? How do you know what's right for you? What if you're taking prescription drugs? Find out at the Wellness Store, Johnson's Pharmacy. At the Wellness Store, Johnson's Pharmacy, you'll get all the information and nutritional products you want and need. After all, who better to consult than your trusted pharmacist for what's right for you and your family? The Wellness Store, Johnson's Pharmacy.
Tommy, Chucky, Phil and Lil, Angelica, and Baby Dill. The Rugrats are in your house on pay-per-view.
Hang on to your diapers, babies. We're going in.
It's their very first movie for the very first time on TV.
We're doomed.
Join in the adventure.
Any further, I would have needed a fresh diaper.
Order the Rugrats movie. Pay-per-view makes...
Welcome back to Berwick. We're getting set for the top of the second inning. Hazleton area leads Berwick 1-0. 2 up for Hazleton area in the top of the second. Amari Rojas, Kevin Ross, and back to the top of the order, Jesse Day. And Amari Rojas with a nice play to end the inning.
Oh, that was a beautiful play. Took it himself, made a nice play on the bat. It took a little bit of a bad hop. He come up with the ball, come right through, stepped on the bag. He didn't take a chance of risking a flip, which could have caused an error. He took it himself, went right over the bag. Real nice play.
Charlie Reed ready to start his second inning of action. Had a successful time with the first 2 hitters and then got in a bases loaded jam, and Hazleton area got the first run. Rojas swings at the first pitch. Forsyth knocks it down. Throw to first is in time.
That's a nice play there by Forsyth. That ball was hit pretty well, a little to his left. He came over, knocked the ball down, got in front of it, picked it up. Nice, strong throw to first base. Nice play.
We'll bring up the 9th place hitter, Kevin Ross. the right fielder for Hazleton area. First pitch is high for a ball, 1-0. Reed winds the 1-0. In there for a called strike. Count evens at 1-1.
Reed seems to have a lot more control out of the windup than he did out of the stretch. When he got into the stretch last inning, he seemed to lose a little bit of his control location with his pitches.
Grounder to Kyle. He comes up throwing, throws out Ross for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Jesse Day. 0 for 1. He flied out to center in the first inning. And the one thing it looked like with Charlie Reed, it looked like once the runner got on and he went to the stretch, it looked like he tried almost to hurry his pitches because he didn't want them to gain an advantage trying to steal a base.
Boy, he definitely changed his release point when he went to the stretch. And when you change your release point, sometimes it's hard to get yourself back into the groove where you're throwing the constant ball down and over the plate where you want to throw it.
There's a look at the Berwick southpaw as he winds for the 1-0. In there for a called strike, 1-1. 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Hazleton area leads Berwick 1-0. The 1-1. In there for a called strike, 1-2 to Jesse Day.
See, his breaking ball much quicker, much sharper when he's out of the windup. He's got it down. He's got good rotation on the ball.
The 1-2 is high, 2-2 to Jesse Day. Charlie Reed hoping for a 1-2-3 inning here and get his Berwick teammates a bat again. Pitch is called for a strike, so a 1-2-3 inning for Charlie Reed at the end of 1.5 innings. Hazleton area leads 1-0.
The seasons come and go, but here in Pennsylvania Dutch country, time stands still. And in this tradition of care and quality, we created Stroman Dutch Country bread and rolls. Like soft, fresh potato bread, 100% whole wheat. And Dutch Country potato rolls, each an original recipe, all delicious. Look in the Dutch Country section for the kind of bread you thought went out with the horse and buggy. Dutch Country, only from Stroman.
Penn State Hazleton, a great place to grow, providing research opportunities, advanced technology, and a quality education with a personal touch. Get involved with student life and meet new people. Call Penn State Hazleton today at 450-3000 or 1-800-279-8495.
30 a.m. It's 35 Live with Doug Farley. And our very own Tim Thompson's also in there with the sports scene, a community show showcasing events all throughout the community in our WYLN viewing audience. So join us weekdays live at 11:30 a.m., 35 Live with Doug Farley. Bottom of the second inning, Jerry Waltman leads off for the Bulldogs, swings at the first pitch, fouling out of play. 0-1 to the Berwick first baseman. He'll be followed by right fielder Mike Reed, and Mike Connor, the number 8 hitter in the lineup, will bat third. Here in the bottom of the second inning as Berwick trails 1-0. Second pitch is in there for a strike. Quickly 0-2 on Jerry Waltman, a .279 hitter on the season, no homers and 7 RBIs.
O'Donnell starting off the same way again. First pitch, strike outside, back inside with another strike. Very consistent.
0-2, just a little bit outside, now 1-2.
That's a tough pitch for a hitter. Down, low and away, and on the knees. That's a tough pitch right there.
The 1-2, foul down the third base line, remains 1-2 to the Berwick first baseman, Jerry Waltman. The 1-2. Outside, count evens at 2-2.
That's one of those pitches you throw to see if the hitter's paying attention, because he can't hit it. There's no way he could reach it to hit it. We'll just check to see if he wants to chase that one, see if he's paying attention.
The 2-2. In there for a called strike 3, the second strikeout of the afternoon for Joe O'Donnell. Berwick sends up right fielder Mike Reed.
Joey changed speeds on that pitch, just froze it. When you're looking fastball in that situation and somebody changes up on you like that, there's really nothing you can do but walk away.
Especially after the pitch before that was another off-speed pitch and was outside.
You're definitely going to look for that fastball.
First pitch to right fielder Mike Reed. He swings at it over the shortstop Jesse Day's head for a single. So Reed, a one-out base runner. Swinging at the first pitch brings up left fielder Mike Connor.
Nice stroke there by Reed. Had his head in, hands, good quick hands, got right on the pitch, hit it on a good part of the bat, drove it into left center. Nice stroke.
Connor swings at the first pitch. It's going to go foul on the first base side. Palumbo comes over, makes the play for the second out of the inning.
One thing you see here at this field that you don't see in a lot of other fields is you've got a lot of foul territory for plays to be made. In a lot of parks, they're built so tight that the fences are so close along the foul lines that ball's just a foul ball in a lot of places. Here, it's an out.
Now the ninth place hitter, Rick Kuchka, steps in. First pitch is high for a ball, 1-0.
Especially your catchers have to do a great job here. You look at the distance from the backstop to the catcher. If you don't block the ball at home plate, you're going to give that runner a base.
O'Donnell will throw over to first, but Reed is back. Hazleton area leads Berwick 1-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Thank you for joining us here on WYLN for this high school boys baseball game. Pitch is in there for a strike. Count evens at 1-1. Reed at first with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. The 1-1. Kuchka swings. Palumbo does a nice job of smothering the ball and makes the play unassisted. No runs, a hit, a man left at the end of 2. Hazleton area leads 1-0.
Personalized service is alive and well at Tri-County Business Machines and has been for over 29 years. We carry everything for today's environment, featuring a full line of meter, copying, and imaging products, a full staff of factory-trained technicians, deep discounts for over 25,000 items, a knowledgeable professional staff with over 169 years of combined experience. Tri-County Business Machines, a professional solution to all your business needs.
Coming soon to the Hazleton area, the newest and most comfortable MRI center in northeastern Pennsylvania. The Hazleton MRI Center is in the final stages of construction and will be open in early spring. The newest magnetic resonance imaging equipment has been delivered and is being installed. You won't have to leave Hazleton for open MRI or any MRI diagnostic imaging. We'll be here and open very soon. Hazleton MRI, an affiliate of the Greater Hazleton Health Alliance.
Welcome back to Berwick. Wyoming Valley Conference Division I boys baseball. We're heading to the top of the third inning. Hazleton area in the lead 1-0 on a first inning infield RBI single by Joel O'Donnell, scoring Gino Zambotti. Hazleton area with the 2-3-4 hitters due up here in the top of the third inning in their lineup. Jesse Grabelny, the left fielder, to lead off, followed by Gino Zambotti and John Forshner.
Well, we've seen the type of game so far that we expected. Both teams pretty well balanced. They're both good competitors, and they're playing at each other hard up to this point.
Jesse Grabelny 0 for 1, grounded out in the first. Against the left-hander Charlie Reed, the first pitch of the third inning. Swung on down the left field line, and it's going to be a foul ball.
Pitch was away from him. He tried to take it that way. Good, smart move by the hitter.
And the way Berwick has Grabelny defense, if he's able to get it down there, he might run for a while.
Yes, he will.
Second pitch way out in front is Grabelny. Swing and a miss, 0-2 now to the left fielder for Hazleton area.
When he gets on top of that breaking ball and gets a rotation, spinning correctly, that ball comes straight down. It's a tough pitch to hit.
Reed winds the 0-2. Grabelny out in front again. Stanley's going to come over and he's going to run out of room. So Grabelny stays alive as he fights off that pitch. Remains 0-2.
I saw in the dugout there, everybody scattered. Nobody wanted to get in JD's way when he was coming in there.
Well, to be totally honest, Tim, would you want to get in his way?
No, I think I'd be scrambling myself.
0-2 to the leadoff hitter in the third inning, Jesse Grabelny. Reed's pitch. Swung on and fouled off. Grabelny doing a nice job of staying alive here.
Well, he's got to keep looking for a fastball. Even though he's seeing breaking ball, you got to be set and look for the fastball, because if he throws you the fastball and you're not looking for it, he's going to throw it right by you.
The 0-2. Grabelny swings at a high pitch there and fights it off and fouls it off down the third base line and out of play. Count remains 0-2.
He's getting the bat on the ball, looking for a good strike to hit.
The 0-2. Grabelny again fights it off. Forsythe coming over, but the ball just didn't have enough air under it for Forsythe to come over and make a play. Count remains 0-2. And even though 2 strikes on Jesse Grabelny, that was the 6th pitch of this at bat. So even though he hasn't gotten any balls in his favor for Jesse Grabelny, he's making Charlie Reed work out there.
He's only really fooled him once. He's fouled everything else off.
That pitch is high, taken for a ball, 1-2.
See, that's that fastball. He's got to sit and watch for it, because if not, it's going to be right by him. Because he had him froze there.
The 1-2. Grabelny sits on it, pulls it down the line fair. It's going to be extra bases. Grabelny around first, heading to second, and he's in with a stand-up double.
Come on, Gino!
That was very obvious that Jesse Grabelny was sitting on that pitch.
Oh, he was sitting looking. There it is. He's right out in front of it. He popped the bat on that one. Now, the other ones, he just battled and fought them off. He didn't really take a real good cut at them. But that one there, he was sitting right on it, had it timed perfectly. Good quick hands to barrel the bat out front, and he ripped it.
Gino Zambati, first pitch swing, grounder to second. Kuchka throws him out, but advancing to third is Grabelny. He's there with one out for cleanup hitter John Forstner, and a nice job of Zambati.
Well, that's what you call sacrificing for your team right there. He looked for anything that he could hit to the right side, and that's what he did. He hit it to the right side so he could advance the runner to third. Now they got a chance of scoring him from third. That's a great job for him. A lot of hitters won't sacrifice themselves like that, but Gino did it. A nice job.
Forstner, first pitch swinging down the third base line. Is Forsythe going to run out of room? He is. So 1 strike to Forstner. He walked his first plate appearance in the first inning. Grabelny at third with 1 out. Hazleton area trying to build on a 1-0 lead.
Come on, John.
And it looks like the way the infield is defensively, Berwick will concede a run for an out.
Well, it's early in the game, but the way this game's going, I don't know if there's going to be a lot of runs.
The 0-1. Forstner swings, hits it to the right side. Up with it is Kuchka. He'll throw out Forstner, but scoring on the play is Grabelny. Hazleton area leads 2-0.
See, that goes back to show you how important that was for Zambati to sacrifice himself to hit that ball to the right side of the infield to advance that runner to third. Because there, an out, scored a run for you.
Brings up Jude Platukas. He reached on catcher's interference his first time up. The designated hitter for Hazleton area, and A little different than the majors. He's the designated hitter for the catcher, Mike Heckman, today. Majors are usually the designated hitter for the pitcher.
Well, at this level in high school ball, what you're looking at is where do you need to insert what type of hitter. If Jude Patukas is a power hitter, you need power hitter in the middle of the lineup, then you find where you want to put some power. That's what you look at. Whereas when you look at the big leagues, usually your pitchers can't hit at all. So they're always automatically, that's where your DH is placed for the pitcher.
1-1 to Patukas. Swung on and missed, strike two, now 1-2. And the other interesting rule, if one team does it, the other team necessarily doesn't have to. Case in point, Berwick. All their position players are hitting in this afternoon's game.
Oh, yeah.
The 1-2. Patukas swings, hits a grounder in the hole between first and second. A base hit for Jude Patukas. He's a two-out base runner. It'll bring up pitcher Joe O'Donnell.
They changed speeds on Patukas there, but Patukas was strong enough, even though he was fooled a little bit, to get the bat out front and pull the ball into right field for the base hit. There he goes, out in front of it. You can see he didn't have his full natural cut at it, that he was fooled a little bit by the breaking ball. But he did get his hands through and got the bat out front and pulled it in right field.
Reed's pitch to O'Donnell is high for a ball, 1-0. O'Donnell 1-for-1 with an infield RBI single in the first inning. Second pitch in there for a strike, 0-2, or excuse me, 1-1. Pitch is low into dirt. Patukas went halfway. Stanley throws back, but Patukas gets back in time. I think Patukas thought that the ball got away from Stanley a little bit farther than it actually did.
Well, you got a lot of room, like we said earlier in the game. There's a lot of room between that catcher and his backstop. And if the ball gets away from him, you've got a cakewalk into second base. But that ball about 5 feet away from JD. And that fooled Patukas, so he quick got back and he hustled back in town.
That pitch is high, 3-1 now to Hazleton area pitcher Joe O'Donnell. Stayed in the first, trying a two-out rally here in the third. If O'Donnell reaches, first baseman Neil Palumbo waits on deck. The 3-1 is high for a ball, and Palumbo will come up as O'Donnell reaches on a base on balls. First and second with 2 outs for Neil Palumbo. 0-for-1, he flied out to left in the first. Patukas at second, O'Donnell at first with 2 outs. Hazleton area with a run in this inning. Building their lead to 2-0. Palumbo swings at the first pitch in the left center field gap, but it's coming over as Connor to make the catch to end the inning. But Hazleton area gets a run on 2 hits, 2 men left on base at the end of 2.5. Cougars lead 2-0.
Since 1973, Metallo's formal wear in Hazleton has been at the height of fashion. We offer tuxedos for any occasion, all the brand names, complete with all the accessories, all for only one low price, including all the extras. There's no charge for alterations. Be as handsome as you want to be for the prom with a tuxedo from Metallo's formal wear, 310 West Broad Street in Hazleton. Call 455-8863. Metallo's formal wear is an affiliate of Spotless Cleaners and Gitman Dress Shirts for Men.
The seasons come and go, but here in Pennsylvania Dutch country, time stands still. And in this tradition of care and quality, we created Stroman Dutch country bread and rolls. Like soft, fresh potato bread, 100% whole wheat. And Dutch country potato rolls, each an original recipe, all delicious. Look in the Dutch country section for the kind of bread you thought went out with the horse and buggy. Dutch country, only from Stroman.
Come back to Berwick for the bottom of the third inning. Leadoff hitter is Charlie Reed, swinging at the first pitch. High chop up the middle. Rojas over. Throw to first. Not in time. Infield leadoff single for Charlie Reed. As Berwick trails Hazleton area here in the bottom of the third, 2-0. I'll bring up Dustin Welsh. 1 for 1. He had a single in the first, an infield single. So 2 out of the 4 hits for Berwick have been of the infield variety.
Well, Reed's got good speed, too. And, you know, that ball was a choppy type of ground ball. You got to pick it real clean, charge it hard, and throw hard to first base. You can't get a runner like Reed, especially come from the left side of the plate.
First pitch to Welsh is just a little bit outside for a ball, 1-0. O'Donnell throws over, Reed gets back. One out to Welsh. Line drive to left. It's going to fall for a hit. Rebeldi does a nice job of making sure that it doesn't get by him.
That ball hit something out there, a hole or something, and kicked on him a little bit. He did a good job to get in front of that just to stop it. That ball was hit right on the button. Good line drive, good stroke.
But now Berwick with their first 2 men on base, first and second, nobody out for the third place hitter, Eric Kyle, the shortstop, 1 for 1. He singled in the first inning. Kyle swings at the first pitch into deep left center field. Going back is Grabelli to make the catch, but Reed will tag up and he'll move to third. Welsh retreats to first. A deep out, but a nice play by Grabelli staying with that ball.
I'll tell you, there's not a lot of wind here. When you hit a ball like that today, I mean, that's all carry. That ball didn't hang up really that well. I thought it, you know, it had a chance of getting out of here. But Grabelli stayed right with it, ran it down, made a nice play.
Jeff Antolik's coming out to talk to the infield umpire. I believe he's saying that Charlie Reed never tagged up before her advancing to third.
Well, he's looking at the left too soon, and I don't know if he's going to try to get an appeal out of this or not.
Brings up cleanup hitter J.D. Stanley. 0 for 1. He flied out to right in the first inning. So first and third with 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning. Berwick trying to get on the board. They trail 2-0. Donald comes set. First pitch to Stanley. First pitch swinging, fouls it off into the Berwick dugout.
Donald's done a great job of staying ahead of his hitters today. It's so important when you're pitching, getting that first strike on the hitter.
0-1 to Stanley. A little bit high, 1-1. As you saw in that last shot, Reed at third, Welsh at first, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the third inning, 2-0 Hazleton area in the lead, but Berwick was threatening. Pitch is low, now 2-1 to J.D. Stanley. Third baseman Derek Forsyth waits on deck. The 2-1 to Stanley. Grounded to third. Forstner to Rojas. 1 relay. Not in time as the ball gets away from Palumbo, but scoring on the play is Reed. Lead is cut in half to 2-1.
That's a tough play at first, Palumbo. Rojas turned the ball over nicely in second. The throw was in the dirt at first. Palumbo tried to come up with it, but, you know, it's one of those tough plays when they hit in that dirt. Sometimes they come up fast, sometimes it's a powder, and the ball skips. He did a good job of blocking it there, keep the runner at first.
Batter's Derek Forsyth. First pitch in there for a strike. 0-1. And with the substitution rule. Matt McCabe is in running for Stanley. Grounder to short. Day goes the long way to retire Forsyth, but not before Berwick gets on the board with a run on 2 hits, a man left. At the end of 3, 2-1 Hazleton area.
Are you confused by all the reports on vitamins and nutritional supplements? How do you know what's right for you? What if you're taking prescription drugs? Find out at the Wellness Store, Johnson's Pharmacy. At the Wellness Store, Johnson's Pharmacy, you'll get all the information and nutritional products you want and need. After all, who better to consult than your trusted pharmacist for what's right for you and your family? The Wellness Store, Johnson's Pharmacy.
Now is the time to secure a home equity loan from First Federal Bank. Use the money to consolidate your bills, finance that expansion, purchase a vehicle, or take that dream trip. Great rates are available with terms up to 180 months. Stop into any First Federal Bank office and secure your home equity loan today. First Federal Bank, an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Berwick, top of the 4th inning as Charlie Reed finishes up his warm-up tosses. As Hazleton area leads Reed's Bulldogs 2-1. Due up in the top of the 4th inning, it'll be Maury Rojas, Kevin Ross, and back to the top of the order, Jesse Day. We'd like to remind you, yesterday was the debut. Join us every weekday live at 11:30 a.m. for 35 Live with Doug Farley, a daily magazine show devoted to the community and the WYLN audience. Join us every morning, Monday through Friday at 11:30 a.m. for 35 Live with Doug Farley. First pitch to Rojas is high for a ball, 1-0, and one of the highlights of 35 Live, Tim Thompson has his own segment, Sports Scene.
Yeah, the sports scene, what we try to do is go around our viewing area and hit on sports events that are happening in the area. We bring in personalities. We show all types of live footage, different things like this, to update sports in the area best we can.
That'll be 2-0 pitch to Rojas. It's in there for a strike, 2-1. Rojas grounded out the third in the 2nd inning. He's 0 for 1.
When Charlie gets on top of that curveball, you can see the tight spin on it. It's got a nice break in it.
Pitch is in the dirt low, now 3-1 to Amari Rojas as he tries to get on base, get something started here in the 4th inning for the Cougars. Three-1. Tie for a ball, leadoff walk to Amari Rojas. Brings up 9th place hitter Kevin Ross. I think maybe we might see some type of action here, maybe possibly a sacrifice bunt and get it back to the top of the lineup.
Getting in the middle of the ball game now. You got a 1-run lead. You're looking to build on that. So, so far they've done everything by the percentages. They're taking pitches when they need to. So I would expect to see some type of a strategy move here to advance that runner.
Reed comes set. Pitch to Rossi's around the bunt, gets the bunt down, goes to Reed. He's going to go to second. Not in time. It's coming across Kyle. Could not get across in time. Rojas beat the throw. So I believe Councilman will rule that an infield single. So now 1st and 2nd with nobody out here in the top of the 4th inning. Back to the top of the order, Jesse Day. He's 0 for 2 so far this afternoon.
Well, there you are. You're looking to do the percentage things in baseball. You bunt the ball, you advance the runners. Now you got them on 1st and 2nd. Now you're in a situation where you can possibly score another run. with a base hit.
First pitch today is low for a ball, 1-0.
Now you have the type of hitter like Day is up here. He's not going to chase any bad pitches. He's looking for a good pitch to hit. You don't want to walk him. You want to throw strikes today.
Pitch is in there for a strike, 1-1. One today. Fly ball to left center field, going over is Welsh. It's going to fall in the gap for extra bases. Rojas is being waved in. Ross will be held at third. Hazleton area leads 3-1 on the RBI double by Jesse Day. And I believe you...
It's a call on a runner missing third. He called him out.
Might have picked up on our field mics. The umpire said no run, that Rojas missed third. And I didn't see much of an argument out of Jeff Antolik. Looked like he nodded his head yes, so looked like he agreed with the call.
Well, evidently, I don't see anyone arguing, so evidently what the umpire saw was the correct thing.
So now second and third with one out brings up Jesse Grabelny, 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored. First pitch swung on and missed for a strike. So Ross is at third, Day is at second with one out here in the top of the fourth inning. And instead of a 3-1 lead, Hazleton area still leads 2-1, but have two runners in scoring position with less than 2 outs.
Last time Jesse was up, he must have fouled off 6 or 7 pitches.
Swing and a miss way out in front of that breaking ball. Once again, 0-2 on Jesse Grabelny. After fouling off about 4 pitches last inning, Jesse Grabelny then pulled a pitch down the right field line and was in with a leadoff double, which led to the second run of the game for Hazleton area.
He moved up in the front of the box trying to take the break out of the curveball.
Grabelny ground ball to third off the glove of Forsythe. Ross will score. Day will hold at third. Hazleton area now leads 3-1. And a bad hot base hit, so give Grabelny an RBI. He's now 2 for 3 as he drives in Kevin Ross with the third run of the game. 3-1 Hazleton area in the lead, brings up third place hitter Gino Zambotti. He's 1 for 2 on the afternoon, singled in the first and scored a run and grounded out in the third, but that ground out was basically a sacrifice of himself. It allowed Grabelny to go to third, and then another ground out scored him. So Zambotti's been productive both times up, even though he's only 1 for 2.
Keeps his head in there. He goes with the pitch. He really is a good contact hitter.
First pitch straight back and foul. 0-1 for the Hazleton area center fielder.
Charlie wants to work down here. He wants to look for the ground ball.
Swings and misses. 0-2 now to Gino Zambotti.
That's a perfect pitch, perfect location. Low away, turn the ball over. It's breaking away from the right-handed hitter. Good pitch in a good spot.
Reed steps off, wasn't comfortable. Day's at third, Grabelny at first with one out here in the top of the fourth inning. 3-1, Cougars in the lead over Berwick. Pitch is a called strike for the second out of the inning as Zambotti goes down looking. Second strikeout of the afternoon for Charlie Reed.
There's the pitch to Gino. Outside corner, right there. It's knee high. That's a perfect pitch for Charlie Reed, and it's a tough pitch for a hitter to hit. That's in a real tough location, tough pitch to hit.
Brings up third baseman John Forshner. 0 for 1 officially. He walked and has an RBI. First pitch outside for a ball. in their first strike, 1-1.
When Charlie gets on top of that curveball, it's right there. No one can do anything with it. It breaks exactly right on the plate where it's supposed to break, and it's a tough pitch to hit.
Pitch is just a little high for a ball, 2-1. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Hazleton area in the lead, 3-1. Runners on first and third. Forstner fights it off, grounds it to third. Forsyth will go to short way to end the inning, but not before Hazleton area gets a run on 3 hits, 2 men left on. We're going to the bottom of the 4th inning. The score, Hazleton area 3, Berwick 1.
Meet Al D'Alessio and the friendly D'Alessio family of general vending. They're the good guys who make sure you have great coffee service at work. Plus, a full line of vending machines. Everybody loves the honest, dependable, good guys from general vending. On the job with the very best vending and coffee service 24 hours a day. Give them a call, 454-4693. 46 years of good guy service. That's general vending.
The Delbar professionals with over 40 years experience accept the challenge to create what you specifically need. Our engineering and design departments blend their talents and experience to meet the challenges which are presented by new applications from industry. Our team not only builds, they create using the latest technology, and our craftsmen know the importance of detail to maintain the quality of our work. We are proud to serve the Hazleton area and the greater Northeast.
Welcome back to Berwick, bottom of the 4th inning. Jerry Waltman first pitch swinging, grounds it to short. Day throws him out for the first out in the inning.
You know, that was a real nice play by Day. He made it look so easy. Went over a little bit to his right, come up with the ball. He's deep in the infield, comes up, throws a strike to plumb ball, makes it look easy. That is not that easy a play, but he certainly made it look easy.
That'll now bring up Mike Reed, the right fielder. He's 1 for 1. He's singled in the 2nd inning. Hazleton area in the lead here in the bottom of the 4th inning, 3-1 over the Berwick Bulldogs. First pitch is high for a ball. One-0 deliveries in there for a strike. Evens the count at 1-1.
That's where a pitcher likes to work, right there, right down around the knees, good locations, working in and out. Tough for hitters to hit when the ball's down there.
1-1 is fouled off, backing out of play. Joel Donnell in control with a count of 1-2 to right fielder Mike Reed.
I don't know which one's faster, Mike or Charlie. Put them in a race, you have to find out, because they both run real well.
Reed out in front, doesn't get a chance to show his speed as he strikes out swinging. 3rd strikeout of the afternoon for Joel Donnell. That'll bring up left fielder Mike Connor, 0 for 1. He fouled out to Neil Palumbo in the 2nd inning. Pitch is in there for a strike. The 0-1. Called a ball, a little bit outside, 1-1 to Mike Connor. Pitch is in there for a strike at the knees, 1-2 to Mike Connor.
He's been pretty consistent with that fastball down. It's been right there most of the day, right around the knees. It makes it tough for these Berwick hitters to get on him.
1-2 is in there for a called strike, 2nd strikeout of the inning. Quick 1-2-3 inning for Joel Donnell. At the end of 4, Cougars lead 3-1.
your choice for top Hollywood entertainment. With pay-per-view, the hits come right into your home, hassle-free, instantly. It's the easy way to treat friends and family to first-run fun. And everyone watches for one low price, making pay-per-view one of the best entertainment values around. Just pick the showing you want to see and follow the simple pay-per-view ordering instructions. Before you know it, you'll be enjoying the movie of your choice right in your home. Big hits, small price. There's nothing to it when you pay-per-view it.
On Main Street in Whitehaven, there's a famous family restaurant, Hannah's Ugly Mug. Families relax and enjoy delicious homemade food, soup to seafood, fresh-cut steaks, chops, weekday all-you-can-eat specials, cold draft beer, lunch and dinner 7 days a week, a bountiful salad bar, friendly service, family prices, 60 different items, catering on and off premises, daily specials, we thought of it all. Hannah's Ugly Mug, Main Street, Whitehaven.
Welcome back to Berwick. Getting set to start the top of the fifth inning. Hazleton area in the lead 3-1. Due up in the top of the fifth, it'll be Jude Platukas, Joe O'Donnell, and Neil Palumbo against left-hander Charlie Reed for the Berwick Bulldogs. And after 4 innings, Tim Thompson, your thoughts?
Well, it's a type of ball game we look for. Hazleton areas, they're balanced. They're showing good defense, good offense when they need to, good sound fundamental play. Their pitching's been consistent. This is the type of team they've been all year, and that's why they're winning like they are.
First pitch was high, 1-0 to Platukas. Second pitch in there for a strike, 1-1. Platukas officially 1 for 1. Reached on catcher's interference in the first and singled in the third. Pitch is outside, 2-1 now to Jude Platukas. Platukas swings and misses at that offering. Now 2-2 to the Hazleton area designated hitter.
See, that's that breaking ball. When he gets on top of it, it's a late breaker, breaks right on the plate. Very effective pitch.
Pitch is low in the dirt. Count runs full to 3-2. And Tim Thompson, can you believe that that's only the second full count of the afternoon?
Well, I'll tell you, these both pitchers been throwing a lot of strikes, and that's so important in pitching today. Throw the ball over the plate.
Platukas swings at the 3-2 offering for the strikeout.
Again, that's that curveball. He's very effective with it. It's a late breaker. It's got a good tight spin. When it's got a tight spin like that as a hitter, you don't notice that it's a curveball as soon as you will if it's a loose spin, because the loose spin will sometimes have a dot on it, and it's easier for the hitter to pick up. But Charlie's got a nice tight spin on it, and it's deceiving to the hitters.
3 strikeouts for Charlie Reed. Brings up his opposition, Joe O'Donnell. First pitch in there for a strike. Joe officially 1 for 1. He had an RBI infield single in the first, and he walked in the third. O'Donnell's swings and fouls that one straight back. Quickly 0-2 to Joe O'Donnell. .02 pitch, and it hits O'Donnell. Looked like that pitch got away from Reed there.
Well, if you're going to hit a batter on purpose, you certainly don't do it with your curveball. And that's what, I mean, today Charlie's best pitch has been his curveball, and sometimes that curveball will slip out of your hand, and that's what happened there, because he certainly wasn't trying to hit that.
And we see Joe O'Donnell coming out of the game, and We've got coming in number 8, Bobby Matrician, to run for O'Donnell, but high school baseball, the player can re-enter that was taking out the starter.
Certainly.
First pitch to Neil Palumbo in there for a strike. He's 0 for 2. He flied out to left twice. And with that substitution rule, it's almost a good move here by Jeff Antolk. Let his pitcher go and sit for the rest of the inning. They'll have him running the bases.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, you're starting to get late in the game. There's been a lot of pitches thrown. The more rest he can get, the longer he may stay in this ball game. He may be able to finish a game with that little extra strength.
Short fly ball to left field is caught by Connor for the second out of the inning. Matrician stays at first. And that'll bring up Amari Rojas, officially 0 for 1. He grounded out in the second and walked in the fourth.
Matrician's got pretty good speed. One thing we haven't seen much today is attempted steals.
To my memory, Tim, I don't think we've had one yet this afternoon. The most in any type of running or action was Kevin Ross's bunt in the last inning, in the fourth inning, that Rojas was able to beat the second and an infield single for Ross. So not much action on the base paths today by either club.
No.
Reads 0-1 to Rojas. Line drive into left field for a hit. Matrician will stop at second. So now the Cougars have runners at first and second with 2 outs, and it'll bring up ninth place hitter Kevin Ross. He's 1 for 2, grounded out in the second, and singled and scored a run in the fourth.
I know Charlie Reed liked to have that pitch back because he threw it right up and let her high, and that's definitely where he didn't want that pitch, but it was there, and Rojas kept his head in, got his hands out front, popped that bat, hit a nice line drive.
Pitch is low, blocked nicely by J.D. Stanley.
Again, your catcher on this field has to block the ball. You can't let the ball get away from home plate.
1-0 is in there for a strike count, evens at 1-1. Key hitter here for Charlie Reed. Ross hitting ninth. If he's able to reach, goes back to the top of the order for Jesse Day. First and second with 2 outs, the 1-1. Ross fouls it off. Back to the screen. Reed's ahead of Kevin Ross, 1-2. Matrician at second, Rojas at first with 2 outs here in the top of the fifth inning. 3-1, Hazleton area in the lead.
I've been very impressed today with the amount of strikes both pitchers have thrown. In high school baseball, this has been a well-pitched ball game by both pitchers for the amount of strikes they're throwing.
1-2 is high. Count is even at 2-2. Rechecks Matrician to 2-2. Ross with a high chopper. Forsythe corrals it. He's going to throw to first. It's not going to be in time. Infield single for Kevin Ross, and the bases are loaded with 2 outs for Jesse Day.
That's the third ball today that's hit on that left side of the infield that took a real extra high bounce, which nobody can make a play on it when it does it. You can't throw anyone out when a ball hangs in the air that long. That's the third one on that side of the infield today.
It seems when it takes that up, it's going in different directions, and every time it seems that Derek Forsythe is the defender out there at third base.
It's a shame, but it's true. It seems like the first bounce or two is always normal, but when it gets out there to one area, it seems like the ground must be a little harder there, and it really takes that high hop out there.
So with the bases loaded and 2 outs here in the fifth inning, Jesse Day steps to the plate. He's 1 for 3, doubled the last time up. First pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1 to Jesse Day. Jesse looks to increase Hazleton area's 3-1 lead here in the top of the fifth. 0-1 is high, 1-1.
I think Jesse took one strike, but I don't expect him to take another strike. I think he's going to be sitting on a good strike pitch to hit here. He doesn't chase a lot of bad pitches. He keeps his head in well, and I think he's going to be looking for a good strike here to hit. On the other hand, Charlie's going to have to make a good pitch and stay down with it.
1-1 is fouled off. Out of play. Now Jesse Day in the hole, 1-2.
Good pitch by Charlie there. He kept the ball down, nice, low in the strike zone. Makes it a little tougher to hit when the pitch is down there.
Reed looks into Stanley for the sign. He winds the 1-2. Day, grounder to the right side. Kuchka throws him out. Reed battles out of a jam. Hazleton area goes down. No runs, 2 hits, bases left loaded. At the end of 4.5, Cougars lead the Bulldogs 3-1.
Personalized service is alive and well at Tri-County Business Machines and has been for over 29 years. We carry everything for today's environment, featuring a full line of META, copying, and imaging products, a full staff of factory-trained technicians, deep discounts for over 25,000 items, a knowledgeable professional staff with over 169 years of combined experience. Tri-County Business Machines, a professional solution to all your business needs.
Are you confused by all the reports on vitamins and nutritional supplements? How do you know what's right for you? What if you're taking prescription drugs? Find out at the wellness store, Johnson's Pharmacy. At the wellness store, Johnson's Pharmacy, you'll get all the information and nutritional products you want and need. After all, who better to consult than your trusted pharmacist for what's right for you and your family? The wellness store, Johnson's Pharmacy.
We are back here for the bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch for a strike taken by Rick Kuchka. He'll be followed by Charlie Reed and Dustin Welsh in the bottom of the 5th as Berwick tries to chop it down at a 3-1 deficit. Kuchka, a little humpback liner, takes a bad hop on Rojas. Kuchka's going to reach, and it's going to be ruled an error against Amori Rojas. So Kuchka on. Berwick trails 3-1, back to the top of the order. Pitcher Charlie Reed, 1 for 2 on the afternoon, struck out in the first, singled and scored the only Berwick run in the third.
That ball was hit near the end of the bat and had a lot of spin on it. When it hit the ground, it just took off on it.
Donald's first pitch to Reed. He squares the bunt, makes an attempt at it, and strike is called. A 1-strike pitch to Reed, taken outside for a ball, 1-1. That time Reed didn't show bunt, so I would think maybe that first pitch, maybe he was looking to possibly drag a bunt for a hit.
Well, he was looking because third baseman wasn't in, but he's in close enough to make a play.
Reed swings at the 1-1, foul over on the third base side. Forstner over in foul territory. Nice job of staying with it, makes the catch for the first out.
We've had a slight breeze pick up here a little bit that seems to be swirling across the field, and that seemed to give Forstner a little bit of trouble with that ball because it was up pretty high, and it looked like the wind might have pushed it a little bit on it.
Now brings up center fielder Dustin Welsh. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. First pitch is outside for a ball. 1-0. Kuchka at first with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Berwick trails Hazleton area 3-1. That pitch also outside, now 2-0.
He's just missing. He's only off the plate a couple inches. Now, he's been in that spot most of the day. An inch or two either way right there is a ball or strike. I mean, he's still in a nice groove. He's hitting good spots.
Welsh swings, fouls it over on the third base side. Forstner over again, fights that breeze again and makes the play. Now 2 down here in the top of the 5th inning.
Now you look at that tree to left field, you can see the limbs are starting to swirl around and everything. I think Forstner may be more aware of it than anybody else on this field because he was chasing that fly ball down.
Now the third place hitter in Bill Martz's Berwick lineup, Eric Kyle, the shortstop, 1 for 2. He singled in the first, fly to left in the third. First pitch is outside for a ball, and that fly ball to left was that nice play out in left center field by Grabelny. Out close to the wall.
Yeah, it was a fine catch Grabelny made. That was a big play in that inning.
Kyle drive to deep center field, backpedaling his Zambati. It's going to fall in there for a hit. Being waved in is Kuchka. And he will score on the RBI double by Eric Kyle. Hazleton area now leads 3-2, and Tim, it almost looked like there to win might have played a little bit of a trick there because Zambati wasn't anywhere near the ball when it came down.
When he started back for it looked like he had a good chance of making that catch, but he kept running. The ball just kept carrying, so I don't know if it got hung up in that wind and just took it away from Gino or what, but Gino wasn't able to run it down. That ball was hit well, though. He hit that ball right on the good part of the bat and had a nice swing at it.
J.D. Stanley, fly to right in the first, hit into a fielder's choice in the third. He has an RBI, 0 for 2 officially. First pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. So Kyle's at second, potential tying run here in the bottom of the 5th inning as Joe O'Donnell tries to protect a 3-2 lead. Stanley with a drive to right field. Ross going back. He's got room, and he makes the catch to retire Stanley, and the Bulldogs go down, but not before they score a run, an unearned run on 1 hit, 1 error, a man left. At the end of 5 innings, Hazleton area with a 3-2 lead.
On Main Street in Whitehaven, there's a famous family restaurant, Hannah's Ugly Mug. Families relax and enjoy delicious homemade food, soup to seafood, fresh cut steaks, chops, weekday all-you-can-eat specials, cold draft beer, lunch and dinner 7 days a week, a bountiful salad bar, friendly service, family prices, 60 different items, catering on and off premises, daily specials, we thought of it all. Hannah's Ugly Mug, Main Street, Whitehaven.
Penn State Hazleton, a great place to grow, providing research opportunities, advanced technology, and a quality education with a personal touch. Get involved with student life and meet new people. Call Penn State Hazleton today at 450-3000 or 1-800-279-8495.
Welcome back to Berwick. A reminder, join us every weekday at 11:30 a.m. live from the WILN studios. It's 35 Live with Doug Farley. Join us every weekday at 11:30 a.m. for 35 Live with Doug Farley, with members of the community promoting different events and activities in our viewing audience. It's 35 Live every weekday at 11:30 a.m. with Doug Farley. We are at the top of the 6th inning. Charlie Reed still on the mound. Hazleton area with a 3-2 lead over Berwick. Coming up, it'll be Jesse Grabelny, Gino Zambati, and John Forstner. 2, 3, and 4 hitters for Jeff Antolik. First pitch in there for a strike. Grabelny on the afternoon, 2 for 3 with a double on a run scored and an RBI single in the 4th.
Every time he's gone to the plate, except this time, he's got a breaking ball first pitch. So he was all the way up in the front of the box looking for that breaking ball, and he got a fastball.
And now he got the breaking ball, and he was way out in front, and all of a sudden it's 0-2.
That's it. You got to look fastball, don't guess. You look fastball and adjust if it's a breaking ball.
0-2, and Grabelny swings at a high pitch. 4th strikeout of the afternoon for Charlie Reed. Quickly one down here in the sixth, brings up third place hitter Gino Zambati. 1 for 3, he has a single and a run scored. Zambati swings at the first pitch for a strike, and it seems like for this sixth inning, Reed's rearing back and firing.
Well, what he's done is he's changed his pitching patterns now, because he started everybody off with breaking balls before. Now this inning, he started them off with fastballs.
High fly ball to short right field. Coming on to make the catch is Mike Reed for the second out of the inning. And after 5 innings of throwing a lot of that curveball and changing speeds, even though he may not have a really good fastball, it makes it look a whole lot faster than maybe somebody else that just comes out throwing pure heat.
You condition them to start looking for something off speed, and then when you come out and start throwing fastballs at them, you catch them a little bit flat-footed when you do that. But good hitters will adjust.
There's John Forstner. 0 for 2 officially, has a walk and an RBI in this afternoon's game. First pitch was taken for a ball. The 1-0. Forstner fouled it off himself in the box, so the count is even at 1-1.
Got his head in nice, stayed with the pitch, just got it on the inside part of the bat. Drives it straight down into your foot, hits you somewhere around the shins or the ankle, and boy, is that smart.
And it looked like one of those unusual ones. It looked like he was rubbing his knee there when he was out of the batter's box, so he might even got himself in the knee. Pitch is a little bit high, 2-1, and J.D. Stanley will go out and talk to Charlie Reed.
Charlie's thrown a lot of pitches today. You start to feel it once you pass the 5th inning. You start to feel how many pitches you've thrown. But Charlie's in good physical shape, so he should be able to adjust.
Pitch is outside, 3-1. And as you said that, I took a glance over. Head coach Bill Martz has Joe Hardy warming up in the Berwick bullpen, the right-hander. 3-1, Forstner chases it in the dirt. Count goes full at 3-2. 2 outs, nobody on here in the top of the 6th. Hazleton area with a 3-2 lead. And that's the count on John Forstner. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch from Reed. It's grounded down the first base line. Waltman makes the play. He's going to try to beat Forstner, and he does not. Forstner with some nice hustle with an infield single.
That's a ball that Waltman thought he was going to go over and pick it up, and it took a funny hop on him, which threw him off the stride where he had to go back towards the infield and then turn around and try to come back to first. That's tough to do, especially if the hitter hustles down there to first base. That's a tough play.
So Forstner's hustle keeps the inning alive. He's at first with 2 outs for Jude Platukas, the designated hitter. Officially 1 for 2 on the afternoon, reached on catcher's interference and singled. First pitch is low in the dirt for a ball. Jude will look for either a pitch that he can drive for extra bases or just keep the inning alive here. Hazleton area in the lead, 3-2.
He definitely doesn't want to chase a bad pitch at this point. You want to try to get that runner advanced. You want to stay in the inning. You know, you're in the late part of the game here, so you've got to have real good concentration and keep your head in there and stay with the pitch.
Now 2-0 to Platukas. Most of the afternoon we've seen Hazleton area take until they got a strike. You think the same strategy here?
I think he's going to stay with it. It's been successful so far today. I expect him to stay with it.
And he does. Takes that pitch for a strike. Now 2-1 to Jude Platukas.
In a lot of ways, it has an advantage because when you see a breaking ball pitcher like Charlie Reed has a real good breaking ball, it stops him from chasing that curveball he wants you to chase, just like that one. It's down. It's a tempting pitch to swing at. and that'll stop you from chasing that pitch early in the count.
Counts now 3-1 to Platukas. Platukas reaches. Pitcher Joe O'Donnell will bat next. The 3-1. Platukas lays off the high pitch, and he'll walk with 2 outs. Now runners at first and second, and brings up pitcher Joe O'Donnell. He's reached all 3 times he's come to the plate this afternoon. He's had an infield single and an RBI into first, walked into third, and was hit by a pitch in the 5th.
Bill March is going to go out and talk to Charlie Reed now.
With the umpires checking their lineup cards, it looks like a switch might be made here. We'll have to see. No signal as of yet. And actually what the umpires were marking there, Bill Martz's conference with Charlie Reed, so they can keep track if any dispute comes up later on this inning.
Yes, they have to mark those because when he goes back out, then you've got to make a switch.
O'Donnell drives the first pitch to left, but coming on to make the catches is Connor to end the inning. No runs, a hit, 2 men left on at the end of 5 1/2. 3-2 Cougars.
The Delbar professionals with over 40 years experience accept the challenge to create what you specifically need. Our engineering and design departments blend their talents and experience to meet the challenges which are presented by new applications from industry. Our team not only builds, they create using the latest technology, and our craftsmen know the importance of detail to maintain the quality of our work. We are proud to serve the Hazleton area and the greater Northeast.
Promises, promises. All the candidates are making promises. Attorney Edward Ned McNeilis is the only candidate with the education and 16 years of legal experience. Ed McNeilis knows the law. Attorney Edward Ned McNeilis has successfully tried hundreds of cases, from simple traffic violations to complex product liability cases. Don't trust your fate to promises. Your district justice should know the law. On Tuesday, May 18th, Attorney Edward Ned McNeilis for district justice.
Welcome back to Berwick. It's bottom of the 6th inning. Hazleton area trying to protect a 3-2 lead over Berwick. Coming up for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the 6th, 5, 6, 7 hitters in the lineup. Derek Forsyth, Jerry Waltman, and Mike Reed.
Boy, Derek's had some bad hops down there third today. Some tough plays.
First pitch is in there for a strike.
O'Donnell, he starts off another inning with another first strike pitch. He's done an excellent job with that today.
As a matter of fact, Tim, he's done it every single inning.
Excellent job. And when he misses, he's only missing by a little bit. He's not erratic with his pitches. He's been real consistent today. That breaking ball is a good spot, good location. A little off the plate, but it was a good spot.
Home plate umpire thought about it and called it a ball.
I think he questioned himself because his hand had already started up. Nah, he said, nah, it's a ball.
Sometimes you can get the danger of anticipating a pitch staying in its direction and then it just goes off the plate. But a leadoff walk here to Derek Forsyth, and we're talking about first pitch strikes. O'Donnell has done it to 15 of the 23 batters he's faced today.
That's amazing. That's a great job, especially at this level of baseball, high school baseball, where most of the time your pitchers are, you know, they throw well, but they had streaks where they lose a little bit of the rhythm, and they lose the groove. But to stay that consistent, that's really commendable. For
Waltman around the bunt, coming up to make the play is Forstner. Throw to first. He gets the out, but going from first to third with nice hustle is Forsyth, and he is at third with 1 out. here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Nice heads-up base running by Derek Forsyth, going from first to third on the bunt.
Well, nobody's there. Jesse Day hustled down and made the cover play on it. But that's what happens when you're a base runner and you make that turn. The coach picks up on it. He keeps him coming, and that's a wide-open sprint there. And somebody has to beat him there, and that's a tough thing to do.
Reed, first pitch swinging to right field. It should be deep enough to score a run. Ross with the catch. Coming home is Forsyth. The play at the plate, not in time. Forsyth scores. This game is tied at 3. On the sacrifice fly by Mike Reed.
Good fundamentals again there by Berwick. They advanced the runner to third on an infield play. They hit the fly ball to deep right field to score him from third. That's good fundamental baseball. Both teams doing it well today.
We talked about Joel O'Donnell's control, but the first walk of the afternoon comes back to haunt him as Forsyth, the leadoff walk, comes back to score the tying run here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
That's it. They say the walks will always haunt you, and for some reason they find a way to do it.
Pitch is swung on and missed, 1-1 to left fielder Mike Connor, 0 for 2 on the afternoon.
Good change of speed there. Good pitch, good location.
And actually it was a pinch hitter, Matt McCabe. He grounds out to third to end the inning, but not before Berwick ties the game with a run without the benefit of a hit at the end of 6, 3-3.
Coming soon to the Hazleton area, the newest and most comfortable MRI center in northeastern Pennsylvania. The Hazleton MRI Center is in the final stages of construction and will be open in early spring. The newest magnetic resonance imaging equipment has been delivered and is being installed. You won't have to leave Hazleton for open MRI or any MRI diagnostic imaging. We'll be here and open very soon. Hazleton MRI, an affiliate of the Greater Hazleton Health Alliance.
Now is the time to secure a home equity loan from First Federal Bank. Use the money to consolidate your bills, finance that expansion, purchase a vehicle, or take that dream trip. Great rates are available with terms up to 180 months. Stop into any First Federal Bank office and secure your home equity loan today. First Federal Bank, an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Berwick here on WYLN High School Boys Baseball, along with the Councilman Jim Shepard and Tim Thompson. I'm Marty Burns. Good ball game here today. Hazleton area and Berwick tied at 3 as we head to the top of the 7th. A couple of changes. Matt McCabe, who batted pinch hit in the bottom half of the 6th inning, remains in defensively in left field. And Hazleton area is going to use a pinch hitter off their bench. Jeff Antolik selects Tommy Brown to lead off this 7th inning. Brown, the right-hand hitter, against the lefty, Charlie Reed. First pitch is in there for a called strike.
Now, the last 2 innings, he started his hitters off with fastballs. Back to the breaking ball. That's his money pitch today. Real good-looking breaking ball there.
Quickly 0-2 to the pinch hitter, Tommy Brown. 3-3 tie here in the top of the 7th. Pitch is low and in the dirt, 1-2. That was just a purpose pitch there. Charlie wanted to see if he'd chase it.
Oh, well, certainly there. I mean, you throw that curveball down where it breaks in the dirt. There aren't too many people in the world can hit that curveball. But a lot of times they'll chase it.
1-2, Brown fouls it off to stay alive.
That's a tough pitch from a left-hander when you're right-handed hitter. That curveball coming down and in on your hands, down below your hands, tough pitch to hit.
Reed's 1-2 to Brown. Grounded to the right side. Kuchka comes up with it, throws out Brown for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Mari Rojas. Officially 1 for 2 on the afternoon, grounded out in the second, walked in the fourth, and singled in the fifth. Reed winds the first pitch to Rojas. He's outside for a ball, 1-0.
Charlie wants to come back and work ahead. Getting this late inning here in the 7th inning. You don't want to put runners on by the walk.
Pitch is outside, 2-0.
I think Charlie's a little upset with that one. I think he thought that was a strike. Got to come in a little bit more.
Charlie Reed's dug himself a hole, 3-0 to Amari Rojas. Waiting on deck, the number 9 place hitter in Jeff Antolik's lineup, Kevin Ross, the right fielder. .30 is taken for a strike, 3-1.
I think he may take another strike. In this situation, you want to get a base runner on there.
The 3-1. Rojas way out in front, swings and misses. Now the count's full, 3-2. One out, nobody on here in the top of the 7th. It'll have a 3-3 tie. The 3-2 pitch. In there for a called strike, the 5th strikeout of the game for Charlie Reed. 2 down here in the top of the 7th.
There, that's an outstanding job by Reed. 3-1 count, he throws a curveball for a strike, swinging strike. 3-2 count, he throws a curveball. For a high school pitcher to have that much confidence in getting a curveball over the plate, that's not on the normal. That's doing a great job by Charlie Reed.
Kevin Ross, 2 for 3 on the afternoon, 2 singles and a run scored. First pitch is in there, inside for a ball, 1-0. Pitch low and inside, now 2-0. After Charlie Reed battled back from 3-0 against Rojas to strike him out, he again starts digging himself a hole, 2-0 to Kevin Ross.
Well, we're getting into the 7th inning now. A lot of pitches have been thrown, and the sharpness, you have a tendency to lose a little bit due to fatigue.
Ross pops it up in foul territory. Waltman over. He'll make the catch. The Cougars go down in order. We're going to the bottom of the 7th. This game is tied at 3.
The seasons come and go, but here in Pennsylvania Dutch country, time stands still. And in this tradition of care and quality, we created Stroman Dutch country bread and rolls. Like soft, fresh potato bread, 100% whole wheat. And Dutch country potato rolls, each an original recipe, all delicious. Look in the Dutch country section for the kind of bread you thought went out with the horse and buggy. Dutch country, only from Stroman.
Meet Al D'Alessio and the friendly D'Alessio family of general vending. They're the good guys who make sure you have great coffee service at work. Plus, a full line of vending machines. Everybody loves the honest, dependable, good guys from general vending. On the job with the very best vending and coffee service 24 hours a day. Give them a call, 454-4693. 46 years of good guy service. That's general vending.
Welcome back to Berwick here on WYLN. Hazleton area and Berwick tied at 3 in the bottom of the 7th. Coming up, Rick Kuchka, then back to the top of the order, Charlie Reed and Dustin Welsh. After scoring 1 run in 4 innings, Berwick has scored a run each in the 5th and 6th innings to tie this game at 3. They're going to try to make it 3 straight and come away with a victory here. Kuchka swings at the first pitch and fouls it off.
Another leadoff hitter strike to start an inning. Good job by O'Donnell today. .18 out of 27 first pitch strikes this afternoon for Joe O'Donnell. Amazing.
The 1-1. Just a little bit outside. 2-1 now to Rick Kuchka. He's 0 for 2. Grounded out in the second, reached on an error in the fifth, and scored a run. Kuchka swung at a pitch that looked like it was a little bit high, so the count is now even 2-2.
Ball kind of handcuffed him a little bit up and in on him.
We've seen a lot of that today from both pitchers, handcuffing the hitters.
Oh, without a doubt.
Pitch is in there for a called strike 3. Fifth strikeout of the afternoon for Joe O'Donnell. Now back to the top of the order for Berwick and pitcher Charlie Reed. 1 for 3, singled and scored a run. First pitch is fouled off. 0-1 to Charlie Reed.
Out in front of the hitter again.
Pitch is fouled off again, and quickly 0-2 to Charlie Reed. With all these pitches fouled off, could have a slight delay as the umpire looks to get some new baseballs.
Well, I'll tell you, when you got a wide open ballpark like this, and they hit as many foul balls as these hitters hit today, you're going to be short a few balls real quick.
Donald comes set. He'll step out. This time was called by Charlie Reed, or I believe even by the umpire, to have Charlie tuck in his jersey.
Well, it was hanging out there a little bit. If the pitch is inside, it might hit that jersey. That's precaution, safety.
The 0-2, Reed swings. It's a fly ball down the left field line. It's going to go foul, and Grabelny unable to make a play on it. So the count remains 0-2.
Good hustle by Grabelny to get over there. He had to go a long way after that ball.
Two, just a little bit outside. Now 1-2 to Charlie Reed. Dustin Welsh waits on deck. Reed with a base hit into right center field. He'll be on with a 1-out single here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Second hit of the game for Charlie Reed.
Charlie's got pretty good speed, so we might see something happen here. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch to Charlie. He's got his head in there, hands right out front, goes with the pitch, hits it right on the good part of the bat, and drives it into right field. Good job by Reed.
That'll bring up center fielder Dustin Welsh, 2 for 3 on the afternoon, 2 singles. Welsh takes the first one high for a ball, 1-0. Welsh with a high chopper to short. Day tries to backhand it, it goes through. Into the outfield, we'll see how it's scored, but Berwick now has runners at first and second with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. And it'll be a single for Welsh, his 3rd hit of the game. As we said, first and second with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Batter's going to be Eric Kyle. 2 for 3, a single and an RBI double in the 5th, but Kyle has shown some power this afternoon.
There's that left side of that infield again. Now, that ball took one high hop, and then when it hit it, it took a real quick rapid spin bounce. It went just shot by Jesse Day. That side of that infield is playing rough for these infielders today. Forsythe's had a rough time over there. Now Day's had a bad hop there for himself.
We're going to have a pitching change as Joel O'Donnell will leave after 6 1/3 innings of work. And it looks like John Forshner is going to come on and pitch here for Hazleton area. We've had some positional changes as well. Come in the game to play third base as Forshner's moved to from third to the pitcher's mound, and Joe O'Donnell has moved from the pitcher's mound to play first base. So in essence, Neil Palumbo sits down and Frank Garcia takes his spot in the order, the number 7 spot. John Forshner will come in and pitch here. But I think what we've seen this afternoon from Berwick offensively, Reed and Welsh have shown that they can create some havoc offensively, but that Eric Kyle has shown the power. He hit that deep fly ball to left center, and Grabelny made the nice catch on.
Right.
And then he hit that RBI double in the bottom of the 5th.
And he drove that ball deep. Oh, there's a shot.
There is a shot of the councilman. Now, Tim, has it become a prerequisite at WYLN? We know that Joe DeMelfi is running for school board here in Berwick. Does every member of the WYLN sports team have to run for some type of office?
Well, I certainly hope not, because I'm not trying to get myself into politics. How about you, Marty?
Well, that's what I was going to say. I was fearing I might have to hand in my resignation right now, because you won't catch me in political office.
And Joe DeMelfi running for school board here in Berwick. Joe does our color announcing with football and some of the basketball.
Okay, now back to baseball. First and second, Reed at second, Welsh at first. Eric Kyle up. First pitch from Forshner's in for a strike. So after spending all afternoon at third base, Forshner comes in, has some warm-up tosses, and first pitch in there for a strike.
And he had pretty good velocity on that pitch.
0-1 to Kyle. Grounder up the middle. High hop Day, nice toss to Rojas to get the force at second to force Welsh. Nice play by Jesse Day to battle the hop and get that flip over to Rojas.
If Day doesn't come up with that ball's in the outfield. Berwick scores, this ball game's over. That was a great play by Jesse Day. Not only to make the stop on the ball, to pick up an out in the process.
But instead, we've got 2 outs, runners at first and third, Reed at third, Kyle at first. Batter is J.D. Stanley, 0 for 3. He has an RBI in the game. And if there was ever a time that there's pressure on a catcher, Mike Heckman, especially with so much room behind him, to keep a ball in front of him.
And you got speed on the bases. You've got to block the ball here.
Forshner's first pitch is just outside for a ball, 1-0. Stanley swings at a pitch up. Count evens at 1-1.
Good fastball, good velocity, a little high. JD's eager.
The 1-1. Stanley swings, fouls it back. Count moves to 1-2. Pitch is high. Count evens at 2-2. Reed, the potential winning run at third.
Good pitch by Forstner, just off the plate, tempting for the hitter, but J.D. held up, didn't go after it. But that was a good pitch by Forstner.
The 2-2. Just outside. Count goes full to 3-2. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th of a 3-3 tie. Reed at third. Kyle at first. And even though the umpire called it a ball, that was a tough pitch for J.D. Stanley to lay off with 2 strikes.
Well, that was close. But J.D.'s a lot closer to it than you and I are.
Forstner looks in. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out to end the 7th. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 men left on. At the end of 7, this game is tied at 3.
Hi, everybody. I'm Richie Molinaro. It's current, it's informative, and it's fun. It's your life right here on WYLN TV 35.
Welcome back to Berwick. We're going extra innings here. Top of the 8th inning, game tied at 3. And Tim, we've done a softball game and now a baseball game, and both of them have gone extra innings. We're getting in a little overtime.
Well, we've been lucky though, because we've had good ball games every time we've got the cameras out when it didn't rain. Now, we had some times we tried to get out, but the rain got us this spring. But both these games we've done. This game here is an outstanding game. We've seen great defense, good pitching, good solid hitting. Everything's right here. And can't ask for more than this in a high school game. 3-3 ball game.
Charlie Reed out there to start his 8th inning of work. First pitch strike to Jesse Day. This is the top of the order for Jeff Antolik. Comes up here in the 8th. Day will be followed by Grabelny and Zambotti of this 3-3 tie here at Berwick. The 0-1. Day swings, pops it up to shallow center field. Coming over is Welsh. He'll make the catch for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Jesse Grabelny. He's 2 for 4. Doubled, singled, scored a run, drove in a run. Here's a look at Charlie Reed. First pitch to Grabelny. Swings and fouls it off. Third base side, 0-1.
Jesse's head's in there. He's staying with it. Chipping away at him, looking for a good pitch to hit.
Reed's 0-1. Grabelny hits a grounder to second. Kushka with the play. Throws out Grabelny. 2 out. Here in the top of the 8th. Brings up Gino Zambotti, 1 for 4. Single and scored a run. Zambotti swings. It's a fly ball to center field. Welsh under it. He makes the catch. Cougars go down in order. At the end of 7.5, this game is tied at 3.
Hi, everybody. I'm Richie Molinaro. It's current, it's informative, and it's fun. It's your life right here on WYLN TV 35.
We like to remind you, weekdays on WYLN at 11:30 a.m., it's 35 Live with Doug Farley. So join us for the newest program here on WYLN, weekdays at 11:30 a.m., 35 Live with Doug Farley. We are back here in Berwick, bottom of the 8th inning. First pitch is a ball to Derek Forsyth. Game is tied at 3. John Forstner in, relief of Joe O'Donnell. He'll face Forsyth, Waltman, and Reed here in the bottom of the 8th. Second pitch just outside for a ball. 2-0 to Forsyth. Officially, he's 0 for 2. He walked and scored the tying run of this game in the 6th inning.
Yeah, he had did a good job of hustling from first to third on that one play.
Quickly, Forsyth ahead, 3-0 against pitcher John Forstner. We're going to try to draw another leadoff walk and possibly score the winning run here. He's done the first half of that. Draws the leadoff walk. And I don't think this time, though, if Waltman bunts, I'd be surprised if Forsyth's able to make it from first to third.
Well, you might see a different coverage right now than you did last time, but the last time Jesse Day was getting there, but it was a little bit late. Not on Dave's part. I think it was just a surprise because Forsyth never slowed down. He just ran right through.
Here's Waltman. He's around to bunt again. Gets the bunt down. Forstner will make the play to first. Forsyth stops at second, so the sacrifice 1-4. But Forsyth at second with 1 out. The batter, Mike Reed, 1 for 2. He singled in the second, struck out the 4th, and hit the game-tying sacrifice fly in the 6th.
Well, we got speed at the plate and speed on second base. You got both offensive players here that can run pretty well.
Forstner looks in. The pitch. Just outside for a ball, 1-0.
Defensively, you got to keep the ball in the infield.
Reed thought about it, but holds off. Count goes to 2-0. Got to look there at cameraman Sean Anderson waving to family members at home. 2-0 is in there for a strike. Now 2-1 to Mike Reed. Forsyth at second with 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Game tied at 3. John Forstner in relief of Joe O'Donnell. His 2-1 pitch. Reed pops it up, but it's going to go foul and out of play. Count evens at 2-2.
Forstner's got to make a good pitch here. He wants to stay down with it so that he gets the ground ball, he can get it out, keep the ball in the infield. On the other hand, Reed's got to look for a pitch he can drive out of the infield.
Pitch is low. Count goes full to 3-2. Matt McCabe waits on deck for Berwick. Forstner's 3-2 pitch. Outside, ball 4. Second walk of the inning for Forstner. First and second, 1 out. Left fielder Matt McCabe will step to the plate. He was a pinch hitter in the 6th, 0 for 1. He grounded out.
Forstner made a pretty good pitch here. It wasn't off the plate much, but it was just off enough to be a ball. But, you know, it's a matter of inches again. 2 more inches in, it's a strike. It's 2 inches out, it's a ball.
Forstner steps off. Forsyth at second, Reed at first. 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. 3-3 tie between Hazleton area and Berwick and Wyoming Valley Conference Division I high school baseball. First pitch to McCabe, swung on and missed, strike one.
Fortner seemed to step up the velocity a little bit on that pitch.
Pitch is high, 1-1. Needed, Rick Kuchka waits on deck for Berwick. Pitch is low, 2-1.
On McCabe's part, he's sitting in a good position to look for a good pitch to hit. Fortner's got to come back and make a better pitch.
The 2-1. Just outside, 3-1. Forstner's 3-1 is high. Ball four. The bases are loaded. With one out here in the bottom of the eighth.
Tolik's on his way to a mound. We may have a pitching change here again.
This might also be a conference with the infield to let them know how he wants this batter play defensively.
Well, you have to make the play. There's no more room on the bases, so the play's got to come to the plate. Anything hit hard, you try to come to the plate and go back to first to get the double play to get out of the inning. But you must try to cut that runner down at the plate.
Infield is up for second baseman Rick Kuchka, officially 0 for 3 on the afternoon. Reached on an error in the fifth and scored a run. Forsyth at third, Reed at second, McCabe at first. One out in the bottom of the eighth. Game tied at 3. First pitch is low, 1-0. Kuchka, grounder, backhanded by Day. Comes home for one. Is forced out at home for the second out of the game, but a nice takeout slide by Forsyth. Heckman a chance to throw to first to complete the double play.
Hey, that was a nice play by Jeff Day. That ball was hit right on the button. Sharp round ball. Good scoop up by Day, and he threw a perfect strike here to Heckman at the plate to get the force out. No chance for the double play, though. Forsyth got underneath him, cut his feet out from under him so he could make the throw.
So now with 2 outs, the infield moves back. The bases remain loaded for Charlie Reed. 2 for 4, singled twice and scored a run. First pitch in there for a strike.
Good job by Forstner. He's coming up throwing strikes when he has to here. These are big strikes, very important.
That pitch caught the inside corner for a strike, 0-2. And Charlie Reed disagreed. The 0-2 pitch to Reed. Fouled back. Count remains 0-2.
Good pitch by Forstner. Got it on the outside part of the plate. Reed kept his head in. Don't stay with it. Got a piece of it. Good Forstner.
The 0-2 pitch. Inside corner, strike 3. John Forstner works out of a jam. No runs, no hits, bases left loaded. We're going to the ninth. Game tied at 3.
Hi, everybody. I'm Richie Molinaro. It's current, it's informative, and it's fun. It's your life right here on WYLN TV 35.
Welcome back to Berwick. We're going to the top of the ninth here on WYLN in this Wyoming Valley Conference Division I high school boys baseball between Hazleton area and the team Berwick Bulldogs. And John Forstner's going to lead off, but can't say enough about the performance getting out of a bases loaded jam.
Oh, he come up and he made the good strike pitches when he had to. He put the ball right there. Tough spot, tough for a hitter to hit. Got the call by the umpire. Forstner did an outstanding job.
And he's going to lead off here in the ninth. Officially 1 for 3. He walked, he singled, and he has an RBI. Now looking to possibly help himself here in the top of the ninth. It's Charlie Reed as Reed starts his 9th inning of work for Bill Martz. First pitch is in there for a strike.
Good velocity here for the ninth. He's thrown a lot of pitches today, and his arm's still strong.
Joe Hardy is up in for the second time for Berwick, warming up. So we'll see if Bill Martz will need him, if he'll bring him in. Forstner fouls it off down the right field line. And the play is made in foul territory. Actually, it was not made. Our vantage point were blocked out by the Hazleton area dugout, so.
I didn't hear anybody catch it. Did you hear anybody catch it?
Well, I thought the umpire had said out. Obviously he said foul. 1-2 to Forstner. Just puts his bat out, goes right back to Reed. Recovers, throws out Forstner for the first out of this 9th inning. Brings up designated hitter Jude Platukas, officially 1 for 2. Reached on catcher's interference, first, singled in the 3rd, struck out in the 5th, and walked in the 6th. First pitch outside for a ball, 1-0 to Platukas. Pitch catches the inside corner for a strike, 1-1.
Little positioning of the center fielder there by Bill Martz, the coach, and J.D. Stanley lining them up.
Platukas swings and misses, count now 1-2 in favor of Charlie Reed.
Platukas had a pretty good cut at it. Kind of pulled his head a little bit, but he had a real good cut at it.
The 1-2, Platukas goes down swinging. Sixth strikeout of the afternoon for Charlie Reed. 2 out here in the 9th, brings up Joel O'Donnell. Moved from the mound to first base, but Joel O'Donnell gave a nice 6 1/3 for Jeff Antolik.
Oh, excellent job. Had Forstner come on in relief, doing a good job. I mean, we've seen some good pitching here today.
First pitch from Reed is a called strike, and Charlie Reed's threw 8 2/3, pitched very well against this Hazleton area team.
Well, you got a 3-3. That's the same as nothing starting over. That's where we're at.
Pitch catches the inside corner. Quickly 0-2 on Joel O'Donnell. Pitch is high, 1-2. O'Donnell officially today 1 for 2. He has a RBI infield single. Walk pitch. O'Donnell fouls off his leg. Count remains 1-2. O'Donnell reaches. Frank Garcia waits on deck for Hazleton area. Called third strike, 7th strikeout of the day for Charlie Reed. Cougars go down in order. That's 10 in a row retired by Charlie Reed. The end of 8.5, 3-3. Bottom of the 9th inning. Wyoming Valley Conference Division 1 game between Hazleton area and Berwick, tied at 3. Due up for Berwick are the 2, 3, and 4 position hitters for Bill Martz, Dustin Welsh, Eric Kyle, and J.D. Stanley. Welsh steps to the plate. He's 3 for 4 so far today with 3 singles. We'll try to get something started here in the bottom of the 9th for the Bulldogs. First pitch swung on by Welsh, deep to left field. Grabelny back. This ball is out of here. Home run, Dustin Welsh, and Berwick will win this game by a score of 4-3 on the leadoff home run in the 9th inning by Dustin Welsh. Welsh is mobbed by his teammates. 4-3, Berwick wins on the home run by Dustin Welsh to lead off the 9th inning. First pitch swinging. Saw what he liked from John Forshner.
Here's a setup. Forshner delivering the pitch. It's right down the middle. Dustin Welsh, head in, hands out, hips open. Great stroke. Hit it right on the good part of the bat, and it's gone, and it's a game winner.
So the score, Berwick 4, Hazleton area 3 on the leadoff home run in the bottom of the 9th by Dustin Welsh to cap off a 4-for-5 afternoon. We're going to say so long from Berwick for our director, Jeremy Smith. For stats from the councilman, Jim Shepard. For Tim Thompson, I'm Marty Burns saying so long for Berwick. Join us next Friday at 8 o'clock, same day tape delay telecast of girls high school softball between Pittston area and Hazleton area. It's Friday night at 8 o'clock. Your final score, Berwick 4, Hazleton area 3 in 9 innings. Good night from Berwick.